gentlemen. In Nashville, we're Music City, USA, so we like to do things a little differently. So instead of just a key to the city, we want to make it a little more realistic for Nashville. So what we do, instead of keys to the city, we have guitars to the city. So at this point, Mr. Crockett will make a presentation on behalf of the Franklin American Mortgage Music City Bowl.
Congratulations. This is what I really wanted to do. Never made it there, though. Thank you very much.
Coach, congratulations. Good to have you here in Nashville. I'm excited about it. It's great to be here. We're excited as well.
The concert will be after the news conference.
Coach, I'm playing, you're singing.
These will be Thank you. Thank you. That's nice. Thanks, Mike. That's a nice. Yes, sir.
We look forward to y'all playing this place.
Coach Riley.
Okay, thank you very much. We're looking forward to the game. We've had, I guess today will be our 16th practice. Obviously we didn't do all of that in a row or anything like that, but it's been good, and we're looking forward to playing a great opponent. This is a good team that is well coached, and it's a great program historically, so it's a great matchup. We're proud to be in it.
Now we'll hear from Coach Jones.
Again, same thing. It's an honor and a privilege to represent the University of Tennessee right here in Nashville in the Music City Bowl, and everyone's been great, and it's going to be a great challenge. We think we've had, very good 2 weeks of preparation. I believe we've had 14 practices, and then we'll practice today. But again, it's being able to take the practice field to the game field now and execute in the small details of what it takes to play winning football. But I've been proud of our players and our preparation. Now it's going to be a great challenge playing a very disciplined, well-coached football team. And the thing about Nebraska is they make you earn everything that you get, whether it's offense, defense, and special teams. They force you to execute. They challenge your physicality. So, again, it's going to be a great challenge for us tomorrow.
Okay, at this point, we're going to start taking questions from the media. We have 2 members of our Sports Council staff that will have microphones. And for transcription purposes, if you will wait until you have the microphone to ask a question, we would appreciate it. So we'll now open it up for questions. If the microphone people can come up where they can. So any questions, please ask for the mic.
Coach Riley, can you kind of give us a scouting report on Riker Fife and what he brings to the table versus Tommy Armstrong?
Well, Riker is what he brings. He's got a nice, quick release. I think that's one of his best attributes. I think, through this time has built up some good confidence in getting to practice as much as he had. He hasn't gotten to play very much in his career. I think he's also kind of a ball player. My thought about him is he can make some plays. And I think that he's always kind of talked about and seen as maybe, like more of the opposite of Tommy. Tommy being a versatile runner, run option plays, those kinds of things that Riker is really not that style. But I think he's a better athlete than people know. Made some good plays when he started against Maryland, running the football. So. I think that he brings some versatility athletically. He's got a nice quick release. He's got good accuracy, and he's had now quite a bit of practice time.
Butch, you've had 2 pretty good performances against Big Ten teams the last 2 bowls. Was there some commonalities in your preparation in those 2, and does maybe some confidence with your veteran players go with that, facing another one here?
Well, we do have a formula in place for our bowl preparation, but I really think it's dependent on that particular year and that particular team and what's needed at that point in time. We have followed kind of the same format, but we've also deviated a little bit just from what our team needs. But again, I think it's a balancing act of, development, but also, excitement and making sure your kids are fresh and ready to play as well. And I always talk about the bowl experience. It's very, very typical of a first game. First game is a game of mysteries and unknowns, and a lot of times playing a bowl game is the same way because of the time of preparation that's able to put in different schemes, whether it's offense, defense, or special teams. So that's a challenge in and of itself. But each team we've faced the last couple years in bowl games have been a little bit different. I think when you look at our previous two and now Nebraska, I think Nebraska's more, not to take anything away from the other two programs that we competed against. I think they're more of a complete football team in terms of offense, defense, and special teams. This is a football team that finished 9-3, but I believe they lost to 2 top 10 opponents and 1 overtime loss. And, football is a game of inches, and I think their season really exemplifies that, just like ours as well.
Coach Riley, I know you guys talked about it in the week that maybe Tommy could suit up in maybe an emergency number 3, number 2 role. Have you guys made that determination if Tommy will dress in tomorrow's game?
We're going to talk about that after we work out today. He has had limited workouts, but those have only been, physical workouts, not quarterbacking. We'll see what he could possibly do today. And I'm talking about in a situation if we have to, for some reason, play a third guy, that he could go in there, make it look like football, hand the ball off, and
that means he's starting tomorrow.
I was wondering if you were going to say that. I don't think he will, but we're going to talk about it.
Butch, can you talk about the difference in their offense with Tommy and Riker? And have you seen enough of Riker to know, or Fife or rather, to know how different they are, and what's your preparation?
Well, it's a challenge in and of itself, but also they're going to do what they do well, and they do a lot of things well. And I think that the way they play in terms of formations, personnel groupings, play selection, throw game is very, very versatile. And, in their offense, and it looks like, the quarterback doesn't have to win the game, he has to manage the game. And so I think, they have the versatility to do what they do well, and it may also afford themselves to be able to do some different things as well. So it's a challenge in and of itself for preparation. It gets back to, kind of a first game type mentality.
Butch, with your defense, have you seen a different energy in your bowl practices versus the last 3 games of the year when you struggle?
Our players have had very, very good energy. When I look back at the season, there was one game in particular, and we won't talk about that, where I just didn't think we held up the standard and the expectation as a football team in terms of energy and effort and mentality. And, that has driven us. It's driven me personally. But our players have had, again, very good energy, very, very good focus. Now it comes down to the details of, getting off blocks, tackling. If you look at the nuances of the bowl season, it pretty much stays the same every single year. It's all about tackling. It's all about special teams. It's all about turnovers and taking care of the football and big plays. And, again, those are the formulas for winning and losing football games. And we've tried to really stress that. But I've liked our energy that we've had.
For both coaches, Nebraska's going to wear the Mountain Tough decal. Butch, I think you guys are wearing the SF-27 decal. Can you both speak to the importance of doing that, and I guess kind of reflecting football as a little bit bigger than life?
I think that we're 2 programs that really have a great, opportunity for representing the whole state. I know that we appreciate Tennessee wearing the SF-27 sticker on their helmet. It means a lot to everybody in Nebraska that this tragedy that we had right before the season started with Sam passing away rocked everybody in the state. This event has occurred almost in every game for us this year. So we're thankful for people reaching out and caring, and we're thankful for Tennessee doing it. As we watched and heard and learned about Gatlinburg and the Gatlinburg area and about the Mountain Tough symbol, theme. We're proud to be able to wear that as a thought for all these people that have gone through so much here in the state.
I just think it's a great illustration of the respect that what both programs have for each other, but also for our players and everything that goes along with it. And there's so much more to it than just football. And, you know, for them to wear the Mountain Tough, and obviously Gatlinburg is a big part of who we are. You know, been very, very fortunate for all of our bowl experiences to be able to go spend an afternoon or an evening in Gatlinburg. And the whole state means so much to us, but I think that's the least that we can do. And we had planned to do this a while back, but, you know, Aaron Medley had first initially come to me and requested to do it, and we had already made the decision to do that. And, you know, again, it's all about life and, you know, the respect that we have. So, again, I think it's what college football is all about. I don't know if there's any other two teams in the country that are respecting what's gone on in the respective programs like Tennessee and Nebraska has done.
At this point, we're going to take time for a really quick photo op with both coaches with the trophy. Coaches, thank you. We very much appreciate that.
Thank you.
We're now about to hear from the offense and defensive coordinators from Nebraska.